What's up, world? I'm your commissioner, Case the Racer. Let's jump in week 12. Taking a look here, we have our top 3 teams clinching playoffs. Grant, Dane, and Keegan. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, now we're going to the bottom 5 teams. That's where I really want to pay attention here because we have 5 teams fighting for 3 spots. All right, the line's cut right here under Nick. Only top 6 break for the playoffs, and we have 2 weeks left. Ignore the background. Put those hands together, folks. All right, so we have 5 teams fighting for 3 spots. 7 wins will get you in at this point. Braden, hopefully he gets 6 wins. So let's take a look at playoff odds. So going here. Shut up. Disgusting. That's disgusting. We have Grant with 8 wins, Dane 7, Keegan 7. But we're looking at these bottom 5. You have your points forward here. Fuck you. Yeah, like I said, 7 wins might win. If we go down here, our 8 remaining games with the IDs as the matchup. So there's 8 matchups left in the 2 weeks. And if we go down even more, so we got to make sure 6 playoff spots. Points is the tiebreaker for everything, 1 through 6. All right, and we have that checked here, and everything else looks good. So we're going to do a full analysis on percentage. So now we have team synopsis. As you see, top 3 clinch, and then the bottom 5 are contending. Here are your playoff odds here. 84, 78, 40, 34%, and then 0 for Braden. But I'll show you why that's not exactly accurate. Dane's very distracting. He has a 3.1% chance because if you take a 50% odd that he wins his matchup, he needs that to happen and 4 other matchups to go his favor. So if you go 50% times 50% times 50% times 50% times 50%, 3.1%. The scenarios, all right? So we have all our information in. We have points for, we have wins, losses. Grant, Dane, and Keegan, all playoff locks. They're in bucket. We got James sitting pretty and Adam sitting pretty, 84 and 78%. Then Nick and myself in the orange category, we're on the cusp. It's not going to be both of us. It's going to be one of us probably. So we're playing this week. That's going to be good. And then Braden holding on to a prayer. You want to see that prayer, Braden? Here, I'll show you that prayer. Next slide. Here's the current standings from 4 through 8. Braden at the bottom, 4 wins. How does Braden make the playoffs? I'll show you. It starts with a win this week. We have week 13 right here. Okay, Braden, big win here. What he needs me to lose to Nick. Okay? That's all he needs this week. Braden, 5 wins. I stay at 5 as well. And let's say James stays at 6. And Nick moves up to 6 wins also. So that would change the standings up a little bit. But Braden's still out of the playoffs, and it's a 3-way tie at 6. So week 14. Braden, you're going to need to get another win, buddy, all right? I know it's tough, but we're going to put a win there. You have to beat Keegan. What you need now, you essentially, points for is important, all right? You also need one of these boys to lose. But Nick and Adam play each other. Nick has better points for, so you need Adam to lose, all right? So now Adam's at 6. Braden, we're moving you up to 6 as well. So right now, you would be in the playoffs, but you need me off your back as well, okay? So you need me to lose. So you got to put an L there. Again, in this scenario, James, let's say James wins. James up to 7. Nick up to 7 with the tiebreaker. I stay at 5. Braden, you move up to 6. And the points for gives you the addition there. So boom, Braden, you just made the playoffs. Moving on, Nick, yours is a little simpler, all right? Essentially win and you're in for you, dude. All right? So let's say you get a dub against me. That moves you up to 6 wins with the tiebreaker, okay? I stay at 5. Boom. You just moved up to 4th place, Nick, but you kind of got to keep the heat off you. All right. Let's say James loses and Adam lose. So we're going to give Pimp another win. This week's over. So, Nick, you got to hold them off. You got to hold them off, all right? So you own the points 4, but just to be safe, Nick, you're going to want to lock up another win. All right, you beat Gaz. Gaz stays at 6 in this scenario. You move to 7, but if you lost, you could also be safe if I took the L against Dane. So these are kind of the matchups you want to look for. Again, James is kind of a wild card. All right, moving on to me. I'm on the bubble. So what I need a dub. I need to move up to 6 with the tiebreak over James. All right, if I move up and both Adam loses and James lose, they're both at 6. Guess what happens to those standings, son? Boom. I move up to 4th, and all I got to do, win and hold them off in the last round, and I clinch a 4th seed, which would be really huge for my campaign. Let's say I lose, though. I could have another possibility where to keep the boys off my back, if Nick loses to Gaz, boom, that would help me out as well. I have a lot on the line. I just want to end on this. Look at points 4. 4 of the top teams could miss the playoffs, are in danger. All right? And 2 of the worst 3 teams are a lock. What's going on, boys? What's going on? Hey, we'll figure it out. It's going to be a fun ride. Can't wait to see y'all on the calendar.